Hey, welcome to Simple Story Saturday. This is a hop that is led by Joanne Bartell, and there is a playlist, and I will link it down below. I haven't played in a couple of months, and I'm really sad about that. I need to catch up. What I decided to do was use one of these page kits from Simple Stories. I got this set for $7.99 at Tuesday morning. Looks like about almost 4 years ago. I have 3 different sets, and I thought it was time for me to use them. And 2 of them I have are more kind of travel, and I do have some photos I need to document for that. But today I wanted to use something that was a little bit more generic. And then also, I have been trying to focus on my 2014 album, and so I looked through and found some photos that I thought would work. Now, I want to kind of talk about, if you've never used these, it kind of reminds me of sort of close to my heart. I had some kits like this that were pre-printed on the background, and then there were punch outs. And okay, I went through and punched everything out, even if it was for the other layout. And then I don't know if you know, I'm kind of picky, but I don't know if you notice when you punch things out, they leave like a little, where they're attached, they leave a little thing. So I went through and I cut them all off the edges with my scissors. And then it comes also with a sheet of chipboard, and it's a very thin chipboard, but where it is attached, I take a here it is. I take a, what are they called? Anyway, I take that and I just go around the edges, and it cleans it up easier than with scissors. So one thing that is a little different is close to my heart with label which punch outs went with which layout, and Simple Stories didn't do that. So there was a little bit of time spent kind of dividing it all out. So these are the pages that I'm not going to use today, and I put all the extras that I know for sure. I put in an 8.5 by 11, and that way it'll make it easy. Now here are ones that I don't know where they go. Maybe there's extras. I'm not even sure. No, the typewriter for sure goes on that one. Let me put it in. Well, this was a chipboard, and it fell out of the chipboard. Okay, so let me move this out of the way and show you what photos I have. Let's see. And it does give you step-by-step instructions, so that's nice. I have some photos when I visited my friend Bethany, and I did not have time to ask her if it was okay to use her photo on a YouTube video that might also be shared, you know, on Facebook or Instagram. So I did cover her face up. Well, I wanted to show you that I printed these out, and look how much better they printed out the second time. And then this one, it's crazy. So this is actually just trash, because I'm not going to use those. So in 2014, that's when I had a Samsung Galaxy phone, and nothing wrong with Samsung, but I had switched from an iPhone to the Samsung, and then I switched back to an iPhone. And these photos are in Google Photos, and sometimes Google Photos will let me download them to my phone, because they're not on my phone, because all I have on my phone are my iPhone photos, but I have them all in Google Photos. So sometimes it won't let me download them. When that happens, like there's a few here that they wouldn't, I download them to Dropbox, and then from Dropbox I download them to my phone so I can then print them, because I use an Epson PictureMate 400 and I always print from my phone. It's just convenient. So I don't know if the resolution isn't as good. I tried to look at the photo and what size it was, but I couldn't really quite figure it out. But this is a real grainy photo, but I wanted it big, and I thought about making it 4x4. And I think I forgot I was thinking about doing that. Let's see. 4x4 is not big enough. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the background. So I really could make it 4.5 by 4. I don't know. So it shows it as a vertical here, and I was just going to make it a horizontal. But I really could cut some of this extra stuff off the background. So I may do that. And then this one was pretty low resolution too. So I added another photo, and this was taken this week, and I just thought, I don't want to print just a 3x4 on this 4x6 photo paper. So I found another photo, and this is a selfie of me with all the scrapbooking cube storage that I picked up this week, where I bought it from someone local. And this with a bunch of plastic storage drawers, 12 by 12 and 8.5 by 11. I got all of that for $40. It was pretty amazing. So we'll have to scrapbook that. And then I wanted to show you, I used the Epson photo printer app. I think it's called Creative Print. I'm using my phone to video. And I wanted 2 on this 3x4 half, and then 1 over here. And these are the photos I showed her that I wanted to inspire her when she cut my hair. Okay, so instead, they don't have that option. There's like 4 of these, and they would be like 2x3s. But I only wanted 2. So what I did is, I did go into Project Life, and I created a photo collage with these 2, saved it to my phone, and then I uploaded it to the Epson Creative Print. That's what it's called. And I uploaded it as 1 3x4. I thought that was pretty creative, and I thought I'd share it with you. So I will be cutting these down. It shows 4 3x4s, and it doesn't come with the white photo mat, so I may be cutting these down a little. Well, this isn't even 3x4 because it's a little smaller. The ratio was a little bit off. I will put you on fast forward while I figure this out. Okay, I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I decided that I needed more in this, on this page, and so I pulled out the bits and pieces from Simple Stories My Story, and I might have just gotten the camera, and then I pulled out the floral bits, and these colors match really well, so I've added some floral bits around, and now I'm going to glue things down, and then I will come back. Okay, I am back. I went ahead and glued everything down, put the enamel dots on, and all I need to do is do a little bit of journaling, and I reserved this for the date. And I ended up cutting this fabulous. It was one long word. I cut it in half to fabu and less, and then I decided to cut them all apart and separate them and then put them up on foam. I like 1mm foam. I've kind of gotten used to that, not too deep. I put a little bit of foam on the ends of these leaves, and this one's all the way popped up. And I don't know if you're familiar with my enamel dot storage. I'll try to link that video down below, but basically, now these were new. I couldn't find the right color green, but this is what I do. I put them, I cut them all up and I put them back on transparencies with glue dots, and then I store them. It says it's a sticker book. It has basically kind of like 4x8 pockets, so I just slide them in with a piece of white cardstock in between, and then I have them mostly in rainbow order, so where the empty spots are where some of these need slid back in. But this is how I can see what I have. A lot of these are my old close to my heart. Some of them aren't, but especially like the adhesive sequins. So I'm trying to make my way through this book, and then I know when I'm low on something. And for instance, I went ahead and got this Altenew yellow because I knew I was getting low on yellow. And then I did the same with this Altenew Seashore. And so when I get low on something else, I will know. I'll probably buy some more Altenew. So that is what I did, and it helps me use my stash up. I'm not searching all over for them. And it works for me because they were all in individual little containers, and I was always looking for them. Some of them were stored with the collection that they came out in, and I, with multiple colors, and so I cut them up in strips, and this has helped me use them. I almost used this kind of mustardy color here. I thought it matched this color pretty well. I've never used any of that whole strip, but I ended up using more of this color. But I think that one would have worked, kind of this color. All right, now there is a playlist I will link down below with everyone playing along, and I would really love it if you could stop by and watch everybody else use one of our favorite manufacturers' Simple Stories. All right, until next month, have a great day. Bye-bye.